Hey guys, good evening, good evening, good evening. Just a slight update to keep you guys informed, keep you abreast with what is going on, and to give you an additional insight as to how the wicked white men rule. That they tell themselves that, you know what, they don't care. They don't care. They ain't looking left nor right. They ain't checking to see who vex or who lose. As long as they are oppressing whoever they want to oppress, like how they are doing Guyanese right now, making 50% of us living less than $1,000 a day, and 26% of us are living in extreme poverty. Although Jagdeo and Ali is in charge and doing what they're doing, they can't do certain things without the white man saying. As a matter of fact, they can't do nothing without the white man saying. So, this is to give you a perspective of how these people operate. So, if you guys do not stand up now, this is what they're going to continue doing, and it's going to get worse. At the moment, there's a ship, a British ship, that has arrived in Nigeria waterfront. Now, in order for you to get a perspective of what that means, I will take you over. I will flip the camera, and shalom, shalom, sis. I will flip the camera and I will take you over to a map of the continent of Africa, part of the continent of Africa, or the whole entire continent of Africa, but we're more focusing on where Nigeria is located, where the British ship is located, and how they can reach into Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali from the same location of Nigeria. Now remember, Nigeria was one of the country, or is one of the country, that keeps selling out black people to the white man, because Nigeria was never put into slavery. If you guys know your history, they were never put into slavery, and the reason why they were never put into slavery because they were always working with the white man to capture other Africans and sell them into slavery. That is what they were doing all the time. Nigerians, and I think the other one should be the same, Ghana. I'm not certain about Ghana, but I know Nigeria for sure. Nigeria, the kingdom of Dahomey, which is currently now Haiti. Right, they, back in the days, catch. Shalom, shalom, sis. Black people, and sell them to the white men. But they had a fall not with the France people, or the French people, and one of the king for the kingdom of Dahomey, which is currently Haiti. And what happened is that they overpower them, set them up, overpower them, the people them who, like, apparently, like, the people in Dahomey, they start revolting and say, you know what, we're not going to allow this to take place anymore. So they had a fallout. So that's how they capture those people and bring them to the Caribbean to put them in slave. And they had a revolution right at the land of Haiti right now, and that is where they ship them off. And the French people, or France, still collects money from Haiti. You guys should know this. Anyway, let me just flip the camera and show you where is Nigeria and Ghana and these places and so forth. And you're going to get the idea why they want to go to the shore of Nigeria, because they want to get to Niger. Now, mind you me, this is just to show you how these white folks operate. Okay? Alright then. Okay, if you're looking here now, you're going to see this here is Nigeria. And right here is where the British ship is. So if you look at the back here, right behind Nigeria, you see Niger. And if you look carefully, you see Mali at the back here. And then if you look here, you're going to see Burkina Faso. Now, all three of these countries has rebelled against the French dominance and the enslavement of the French people towards these countries in Africa. I'm going to go over now and play a clip of a video to show you the ship. This is the ship you're seeing there. This is the ship you're seeing here, and this guy is going to give you a little talking about what's going on with the ship. Just a minute. Let me just get this. Excuse the noise in the background. Okay, all right, good.
Okay, now a British warship arrives in Nigeria. Now tell me, what the heck is a British warship doing in Nigeria? Let me try to illustrate it like this. The fear of coup d'etat can be the beginning of two things. First, it can be the beginning of wisdom, and it can also be the beginning of stupidity, or the continuity of stupidity. Now, in the first case, with the wave of change happening in Africa, with all these coup d'etats happening all across Africa, from Guinea to Mali, from Mali to Burkina Faso, from Burkina Faso to Niger, from Niger to Gabon, and all that, you see, these can force some African leaders to stop being corrupt. It can force them to start doing the right thing. It can force them to stop stealing their country resources to enrich just themselves and their families, and start using the money to benefit the citizens. It can force them to start being presidents for their citizens, not just for themselves. It can force them to start thinking about or putting the interest of their citizens first instead of their personal gain. So this can force most leaders, the ones who are wise, it can force them to start being good leaders. Then on the other hand, it can also force some of the stupid leaders to be more stupid, or it can force them to bring out the stupidity in them, the one we had not seen. And just like in the case of Nigeria, now, I don't know what the president of Nigeria is afraid of, because we are in a point in time when Africans are telling the foreign powers to leave, to vacate Africa. We are telling the external military mercenaries and all that no, enough is enough. We want to be in charge of our continent. At a time when young military officers are kicking out corrupt politicians. Now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is bringing more external military mercenaries, as if, let me not say he doesn't understand. He understands that the presence of foreign external military mercenaries perpetuates dependency. He knows that. He knows that the presence of foreign military mercenaries erodes the sense of national pride. Now, the reason given is that because of the UK, is it 6 billion or 6 million pounds trade interest in that region? So, this ship with drones and mercenaries, this ship is brought to the shores of Lagos to curb piracy, insecurity, and all that in that region. It's going to be in Nigeria for 3 weeks. Now, what I don't understand, or it begs the question, now, do they actually know how long this piracy, this insecurity, all this, do they know how long it's going to take? And they just know that after the next 3 weeks, is it 3 weeks instead of 3 months, everything is going to end. Now, are they also trying to tell us that Nigeria, since 1960, that we do not have the military capacity, we do not have the military know-how to be able to watch over our shores? We cannot protect our borders, we cannot protect our shores. need the British Navy warship. We need the British Navy to come and secure. You see, I don't know what Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whatever. I don't know what he's afraid of, and whatever it is, he shouldn't be afraid. All he needs to do is just to be a leader, a good leader, because he cannot going to United Kingdom to bring more Muslims to intimidate us. That is not going to work, because right now Africans are resolute, and it is time for the Western powers to go. If he likes, he should go and bring the whole Royal Navy to come and be in the shores of Nigeria. When it is time, they will leave. So we are not going to be forced anymore. We are not going to be intimidated anymore.
Anyway, Your Majesties,
Okay. Now, the guy was using words, you know, giving all sorts of possibility based on what they are putting forward. That is the British. And what is the British putting forward, or what are they saying? They are saying things like, oh, we are here to help you with piracy. Suddenly. Now remember, Burkina Faso, Mali, Gabon, Niger, all these countries stood up and said, you know what, we don't want you guys here anymore. Also remember that France was getting, and France is close to British, right? To Britain. France was getting 1 kg of uranium from Niger for 80 cents, while the market had it for 200 euro. Well, you see, that is a good thing. Somebody else did the research and they came up and they gave the correct numbers. Now, look what they're doing. These are the same people that will come into your country and say we want democracy. Now, if you guys are following what is going on in Niger, the people of Niger are telling the French people them get out, and they're not moving. Did the British Prime Minister say anything about that? No. Did America say anything about that? No. Why? Because they don't really want democracy. They want to put in their puppet government, like how they have the PPP here right now, and they want to do what they want to do with our natural resource, while we struggle on a daily basis to live. Now, I hope, and I really do hope, that you guys spread the word, educate one another, see one another and educate each other, talk, say something, let this say spread, man. Pay attention to what is going on around you. Don't turn your eye and say, man, oh, this is their problem. Because if you think it's their problem, it is all of our problem. If the war starts between Russia and America, and Russia launch any of that nuclear weapon that they have, guess where then white people gonna come? In America, right in Guyana. They're gonna take over Guyana. And those of us in Guyana here, as long as you don't hold a head and do what you gotta do, you're gonna find yourself living in some sad situation. You guys are not seeing this. You guys might think to yourself, oh, probably he's just talking because he wants to talk. But here, I have an old saying. If you don't want to hear, you go feel. And the next old saying, time will tell the story. Now, I am not waiting on that time to come when I can see what is going on right now. No. At this moment, I am standing up. What are you doing? What are you doing? At this moment, I am standing up. What are you guys doing? Are you guys standing up, or are you guys just sitting back and relaxing? You have to say something. You have to do something. If you don't do something or say something, what is going on in Niger? In Ghana. What is going on in Ghana with so much poverty? And what is going on in Nigeria with so much of poverty? It will happen here because guess what? It's the white man running those territory, and the white man just digging out those places, taking out all the resources and leaving the people with nothing, because they have their puppet government in place. Same thing Guyana with Haiti. They have their puppet government in place, so they're taking out the oil and doing what they got to do. They don't care about the Haitians. They do not care about the Haitians. They do not care about the Nigerians. They don't care about the Burundians. They don't care about the people in Mali, nor Burkina Faso, nor Nigerians, nor the Ghanaians. They don't care. So that is how they operate. That is how they operate. And remember, in America, have 39 million people living in poverty. 39 million people living in poverty. The same America that preaching democracy, and they want to talk about, oh, like how Sarah Ann Lynch come and talking about all them fancy investment and investment here, there, and everywhere. No. She does not care. She don't care. Oh, Guyana developing. While 50% of the people living in poverty, living in less than $100,000 a day, and 26% of them living in extreme poverty. She's not talking about that. Did you guys hear she talk about that? Did she at any moment in time address the poverty situation in Guyana? She knows the statistics. She knows it. Not that she does not know it, she knows it. But did you guys hear she talk about it? Did you guys hear she address anything about the situation in negligence of the PUP government that received a report from the ministry, the fire service, that the building, the dorm in Marietta killed 20 of our youths, kids? Did you hear she address that negligence? No. Did you hear she address the alleged rapist Dharamlal? No, she didn't. She didn't, and she will not, because her sole interest is to grab. And when she don't grab and left Guyana till she can't grab no more, she click, then they're gonna leave Guyana. And guess who gotta stay in Guyana in this situation? We have to stay in Guyana in that situation. Ask yourself, we are rich in timber, green art, purple art, kabakali, you name it, we have it. And those same timber are very expensive timber. We're rich in those timber. We are rich in diamond, rich in gold. We have uranium. We have oil. Only 750,000 of us living in Guyana. 750,000 of us living in Guyana. Why is it that 50% of the people, which is 750,000 equals to 375,000, 375,000 people living on less than $1,000 a day, and then you have 26% about 1/3, so 1/3 of 762, let me say approximately 225 to 200 and approximately 350, around 175 to 200,000 living in extreme poverty with all of those resources that Guyana has. Tell me guys, do you think that is regular? Do you think that is something that is normal? What really going on? What is going on? And all this supposed development, they're building hospitals, but they have no staffs to fill those hospitals. People complaining in Barbies. People complaining in Barbies, calling in Glen Lashow and say, Glen, Uncle Glen, imagine we carry family in the hospital and there's no staff and they building more hospital. The nurses running away. Why the nurses running away? Because it's a plan of the white man to steer these government, steer the puppets, and tell them not to raise the salaries of the people. You think these guys could do anything on their own? They can't. I keep telling you, they say they can't do nothing on their own. They got to do with the permission of the white man. How long are we going to continue to accept this? How long? Come on now. Be informed. Share the message. Reach one, teach one. We can do this. We must.